Not the hunger of a single being, but the eternal hunger of life itself. Imagine a world where survival is measured in the crack of a branch, the scent of roots torn from the soil, the chase for flesh under a blazing sun. How did those who walked before us endure when every bite demanded blood, sweat, and fire? And how does their primal feast compare to our modern banquets of abundance? These are the questions that bind our present to a life lived 4.9 million years ago, where food was not a choice, but a trial of existence. The savanna sprawls endless and golden, shimmering with heat. A clan of early hominins crouches low in the tall grass, eyes fixed on the dark movement of grazing antelopes in the distance. Hunger gnaws at their bellies, sharp and relentless. The matriarch gestures with a flick of her wrist, her body taut with urgency. They surge forward in silence, crude stone shards clutched in hand, their hearts pounding not just with the chase, but with the knowledge that failure means emptiness. Their muscles coil, their bodies leap, and the savanna explodes into chaos. Antelopes scatter in waves of pounding hooves, dust rising like smoke into the air. For a brief instant, the hunter's stone blades strike, but flesh escapes bloodless, and the hunger remains. The clan collapses back into the grass, shoulders heaving. Their eyes fall to the earth, to the meager berries clutched in a child's hand, bitter and small, barely enough to soften the ache in their stomachs. Yet this was survival meat, when fortune allowed plants, when desperation ruled. Their diet was not chosen, it was imposed by the savanna's mercy. Every day was a gamble between predator and prey, between starvation and sustenance. Now, the rhythm shifts. Rain clouds gather heavy and violent, splitting the sky with lightning. The clan moves to the edge of a river swollen with storm water. Fish flicker beneath the surface, elusive shadows darting in silver arcs. Stones are hurled, spears of wood plunge, and one flailing body is dragged onto the bank. Its scales glisten under the storm's light. And at last, the fire crackles smoke curling into the night. The clan feasts the taste of fat and flesh, filling their mouths, warmth blooming in their bellies. Yet even in this moment of triumph, danger lurks. Hyenas circle the perimeter, their eyes burning yellow, their growls carried on the wind. To eat was always to defend, to fight, to claim survival by the edge of tooth and stone. Cut to now. Neon lights hum above supermarket aisles lined with endless choices, packaged meats, bread wrapped in plastic fruits flown from distant lands. Hunger has been tamed not by the hunt, but by an invisible web of global supply chains. Calories come easy, sugar and fat abundant. But where is the struggle that once defined us? Where is the primal dance between risk and reward, between predator and prey? In modern abundance, does survival lose its meaning, or does a new kind of hunger emerge? The screen splits past and present colliding. On one side, the matriarch's hand, reaching for a root torn from the soil. On the other, a plastic-wrapped meal slid onto a conveyor belt. Both gestures feed life. Both are survival. Yet one carries the taste of raw necessity, the other the illusion of endless abundance. The storm of questions lingers, which diet forged resilience, which shaped our bodies, our instincts, our very humanity. And in today's world of overflowing shelves, have we gained freedom, or forgotten what it means to earn each bite? The firelight of the past flickers against the cold glow of modern neon, and the journey into survival's eternal feast begins. The fire fades, leaving embers glowing red against the night. Ashes settle as the clan curls together for warmth, their stomachs still uncertain, their survival always in question. The morning sun rises over a world that offers no guarantees. The hunt may fail, roots may poison the river, may dry, yet still they rise and walk. Their diet is carved not from preference, but from the raw script of nature itself. A woman kneels by a cluster of shrubs, her hands searching the earth for tubers buried deep beneath the soil. Her fingers bleed as she pries them free, mud caked under her nails. The tubers are bitter, fibrous, resistant to her teeth, but they sustain. Nearby children crush nuts with stones, cracking shells that resist their tiny hands, the prize inside a fragile source of fat and energy. Every discovery of food is a ritual of survival, each bite a link in the chain that keeps them moving forward. Their bodies grow lean, their muscles forged by scarcity, their minds sharpened by the need to remember which plants heal and which kill. The rhythm of their world is hunger and fulfillment, a cycle repeated endlessly, broken only by fortune or disaster. To eat was to struggle, but struggle shaped strength. Their diet was not just physical, it was a mirror of their world, raw, untamed, and merciless. Now the screen dissolves to a modern kitchen. A refrigerator door swings open, light spilling onto rows of milk cheese packaged meats, colorful vegetables and frozen meals wrapped neatly in plastic. A hand reaches for a carton of juice, pours it into a glass, and drinks without effort, without risk. No predator prowls nearby, no poison hides in the sweetness. Yet something lingers in the air, an emptiness hidden behind abundance. Fast food chains glow under neon lights at night. Burgers, fries, sodas, desserts, calories compacted into meals that require neither chase nor sweat. Sugar floods the bloodstream, fats coat the body, and salt sharpens the craving. Unlike the clan on the savannah who risked everything for a morsel of protein today, we drown in choices. Our greatest challenge is no longer finding food, but choosing wisely in a sea of temptation. The struggle has shifted, but it has not disappeared. It has only changed form. Back on the savannah, the clan faces another trial. A carcass lies ahead, a wildebeest slain not by them, but by lions. The predators feed first their jaws, cracking bones, tearing sinew. The clan waits in the tall grass, patience, their only weapon. The lions retreat, and the scavengers rush in hyenas, vultures, jackals. In that chaos, the hominins strike screaming, waving stones, driving off the scavengers long enough to snatch scraps of meat. Victory is measured not in a feast, but in fragments, marrow sucked from bones already torn. Blood stains their faces, their hands, their survival. Cut back to a child pushing away a plate of vegetables at a dinner table, frowning at food that has no risk, no urgency. The contrast grows sharper. What was once a desperate fight is now convenience, yet both moments reveal the same truth. Food defines us. The question lingers like smoke. Did the Stone Age diet build resilience that we'd now risk losing in a world of abundance? And if survival once depended on the struggle for every bite, what does survival mean when every bite comes easy? The horizon burns red as the savannah sun dips low, painting the world in shadows. The clan moves together, bellies heavy with the rare fortune of meat, but their bodies still restless. Even a full stomach is temporary. Tomorrow, hunger will return. This was the rhythm of existence, survival in fragments, never in permanence. Their diet carved their bodies into endurance machines. Bones dense, muscles, wiry stomachs hardened to digest roots, meat, marrow. Even insects when no other option remained. Each calorie was sacred, a treasure seized from a hostile earth. Their rituals grew from this scarcity. Fire was not only warmth, but transformation. Bitter tubers softened sinews, loosened fats, rendered into energy. Around its glow, the clan shared more than food. They shared survival itself, each bite, binding them into a single organism. What they ate shaped their minds as much as their bodies. Protein fueled larger brains' roots, sustained journeys, fruit sweetened fleeting moments of relief. Diet was destiny. It was the forge of human evolution. The scene shifts. Conveyor belts hum in a factory where processed foods stream endlessly into packaging boxes, cans, plastic wraps. An army of machines creates abundance on a scale unimaginable to our ancestors. Calories are cheap, but nutrition is hidden beneath layers of additives, sugars, and chemicals. The fight for survival has become a struggle against excess, not scarcity. Diseases of plenty replace diseases of hunger. The battle continues, but the enemy has changed. A new rhythm emerges: obesity, diabetes, heart disease. Where once lean bodies were sculpted by necessity, now sedentary lives swell with the weight of abundance. The modern human, surrounded by food, must summon discipline in ways their ancestors never imagined. The struggle is no longer against the predator in the grass, but against the temptation on the plate. The film cuts sharply back to the clan on the savannah. Night falls, and their fire burns bright against the void. Hyenas shriek in the distance, eyes glinting beyond the circle of light. The clan huddles closer, children gnawing on bones, their faces streaked with grease and ash. Fear and satisfaction blur into one. The night is not safe, but they endure together. In the face of danger, every meal is a victory, every scrap of marrow a reminder that life continues. In contrast, the glow of modern cities pulses under electric skies. Families sit at tables, screens flicker, and plates overflow. Yet isolation gnaws food eaten alone, silence replacing the ritual of shared survival. The abundance that promised freedom delivers convenience, but often at the cost of connection. The primal bond between hunger and unity has faded. The question rises stark and unyielding. Which world truly nourished humanity? The one where every bite was earned through risk, hardship, and unity, or the one where shelves overflow, but bodies weaken under the weight of excess? The film closes on a split image on one side, the clan under firelight, bones cracking between teeth, eyes wide with the urgency of existence. On the other, a modern hand swiping a credit card as a grocery bag is filled with effortless abundance. Two diets, two worlds, one species caught between survival and convenience. And so the journey ends with a haunting truth. Food is not just sustenance, it is the mirror of our humanity. In the Stone Age, survival was carved into every bite. Today, the struggle remains reshaped, but no less real. The question echoes into the silence in a world of endless choices. Have we lost the resilience that once defined us? Or are we simply fighting a new kind of battle for survival?